Hey crocheters, so today we're doing a pre-recorded vlog, which hasn't happened in a while. And this is basically my insurance policy. So like in case I get really sick for a while, or maybe I decide I need to go on vacation and I'm kind of a spur of the moment person. So yeah, this is like in case either of those happen or some other unforeseen circumstance in the year of 2020. So, unless you know me in real life or you're my friend Tiffany, you don't really know about this project. So here goes. It's the dragon, which I've been wanting to make for a long time. Not only because, you know, I play Dungeons and Dragons occasionally with my husband and friends, but because I've been following for quite a while Bella Enchanted Studios on Instagram. And I wish there was a way that I could like show you. I'm recording on my phone, otherwise I'd be like, here's some pictures. I have it pulled up on my computer, but I think I'll make you guys very sick if I like turn it around and I'm like, look! So if you guys ever just like really want to look at super cute clay sculpted dragons, bella.enchanted.studios. They're adorable. I'm super inspired by her work. I feel like her aesthetic is very similar to mine. I mean, she works in clay, I work in yarn. It's different. But I've been really inspired by her look. And so, I mean, the look of her work. Anyway, so usually kind of the beginning part of my process is drawing a picture, trying to kind of illustrate how I want my finished object to look. And so, toward the beginning of this year, I stole a coloring sheet from my siblings-in-law. They're like 10 and 5, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And on the back of it, I drew out this dragon. This isn't like perfectly to scale. Like I think I want the head to be a little bit bigger in my final draft, but this is kind of what I'm going for. You know, I want it to be laying down. I want it to have 4 legs. I want it to have wings, tails, spikes, you know, kind of horns, things on the head, right? And so that being said, the thing I've been working on does not look anything like this. Because I just knew, like, going into this project, it's going to be a challenge. It's different from anything I've ever tried before, and that I just have to give myself some grace. So I ask that you guys will give me a little bit of grace too, as I show you this. Yeah. I'm like relatively happy with the head, but it still has a long way to go, and the body is just a piece of work. So let's start at the head. On the head, like each one of these spikes here is a different pattern, because I was just trying to figure out like what I like, what I think will work, you know, size, shape, whatever. I made these 3 first, 1, 2, 3, and they kind of have a little bit of like an upward twist, which I really like, but quickly realized that if you try and take that exact same like horn and put it on the other side, the shaping still like rotates the same direction instead of being opposite, and so it looks really bad. So on this side, I tried a couple of different horn shapes, going for more of just like a straight back versus, like, you can see this one has kind of an upward curl, to see if that way I can cut down on like the number of patterns, you know, so like these 2 horns could be the exact same. You know, these 2 horns could be the exact same, and these 2 horns could be the exact same. So still working on it, still trying to figure it out. It's a work in progress. That's what we'll say. And yeah, like as far as like the head shaping, I think there's still plenty to be desired on this. It's not bad, but it needs help. And so even this head is not actually the very first head I tried. The first one I tried in my vision, it was like, how about I make this one complete piece? We start at the nose, we end at the tail. It's just all one. Because like if there's anything I've heard from crocheters, it's about amigurumi, it's that like, I hate sewing. Everyone hates sewing, and I get it. It's not any fun. We like crocheting. We don't like sewing. And so in my mind, I'm like, all right, let's cut down on all the sewing. Let's just make this one continuous piece. Yeah, we're still going to have to like sew on eyes, and we'll have to like sew on the legs and the wings and whatnot, but like, let's cut it down as much as possible. And then the pattern was getting so finicky. Like in my mind, the thought was, this is going to be so hard to follow, people would rather sew. So yeah, that's what I did. So I ripped it out and started again, made the head completely separate, and then I started on the body. And my very first idea was that I would do something similar to the flamingo. So on the flamingo, I start right here at the nose. The head and the neck are all one piece. But I thought, you know, for the dragon, I would do the neck. And I would try and get this same serpentine shape. And how I do it here is I do 4 slip stitches on the inside and 4 half double crochets on the outside. And that's what allows the work to do the twist. So that means there's 8 stitches around on this. So the fewer stitches around, the tighter the spiral. And so this neck is 30 stitches around, so 15 slip stitches and 15 half double crochets, and it is not a tight spiral at all, which stinks. Because I was wanting to have a little bit more of that serpentine curve, but it just wasn't working. And so I got to right here, and once again was like, this pattern is just too finicky. It's just not working the way I want it to, and like the rows, like all of the different stitches you have to do, it's getting ridiculously long, and like, this is going to be too complicated to make. So I cut, and I started from the tail up, and then I got to here and was like, you know what, maybe the neck wasn't so bad, and so I just sewed it together. Yeah, you can see the ridge here. It's not too bad on the underbelly, but on the back is really bad. So yeah, that is this. Stuffed the whole thing, realized this is what it looked like, and was like, man, that is a disappointment. Because it just didn't turn out how I wanted it to at all. Like, this doesn't look like this. Like, at all. So yeah, I'm going to finish this guy. I mean, keep working on it, because I still have to figure out wings and legs and spikes, and like, there's a lot of learning still to be done before I venture into a second draft. You know, this is a rough draft of our English paper. That's real bad, but we'll get there. So yeah, that's pretty much where I am. I'm thinking that I probably will be able to get the neck and the body one piece, but I think we're going to have to sew on the tail, and we're going to have to sew on the head, because it's just more complex to not sew than it is to sew for some of these shapes. So that's probably how it's going to end up being. I will say though that like this curve right here in the neck, it just fits like perfectly in your arms, and so it's just like a really good cuddle buddy. It's like a dragon body pillow, but not. Anyway, so yeah, comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the dragon so far. Please be kind, because yeah, it's a work in progress. He's got a long way to go. Tell me what your favorite colorway for dragons are, because I'll be honest, my favorite is white. I love me a white dragon. They're just so pretty. But you know, in thinking of like when people are searching dragon amigurumi, they're mostly green dragons. Like I should probably make a green one so that people, you know, they're looking for a green dragon because that's what most people make. So they find it. Or do I make one that's like a completely different color scheme so that it stands out? I don't know. That's part of my conundrum. Either way, whatever the second one is probably won't be the same colorway because I think I'm going to be sick of seafoam green by the time I'm done with this one. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And I will be back to talk to you guys again more about the dragon, probably when I've got legs and wings figured out. So in the meantime, I hope you guys have a lovely day and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.